Hi guys, Dinner Lady here. Right, so it's the middle of the week again. My turn to cook, so I'm going to do another soup. This one's going to be leek and potato soup. But you know me, I always like to have something to dip into a soup. So always remember my grandma, not my nana, my grandma was originally from Scotland, and she always had tatty scones. They're ready, could toast them, butter them, have them with an English breakfast, anything like that. Now, we all loved them as kids when we were growing up, so I'm going to do some tatty scones as well, just to dip in the soup. So, I'll bring you down and I'll show you exactly the ingredients that we need. Right, so for the leek and potato soup, I've got 2 leeks. Now, I've weighed them, I've took off the dark bits, we don't really want to use them. And by the time the bottoms are taken off and maybe an outer leaf on here, that'll be 300 grams. I've got, once these have been peeled, that'll be 500 grams of potato. I'm using Maris Pipers because they're my favourite. A bit of butter to saute the leeks in. Some stock, I'm just using a chicken stock cube. If you want to keep this completely veggie, then you can use oil instead of butter. And you can also just use vegetable stock as well, and a little bit of cream on the end. I know this is long life stuff, wouldn't normally use it, but the cream that I had in the fridge had gone bad. So I just had to nip over to Home Bargains after finishing work, and that's the only cream that I had. Now for the tatty scones, couldn't be any simpler. What I've done is I've boiled and mashed about 225 grams of potatoes, again the Maris Pipers. I've got 65 grams of plain flour, and I have 25 grams of butter there. Now that's for your tatty scones, and obviously we will have our salt and pepper and everything as well. So let's get on with doing the soup first. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is chop the leeks. This is a biggish one, so I'm just going to cut it in half. Now, you can always find bits of grit and everything inside of these. These don't look too bad. However, once they're actually chopped, I'm going to put them in a colander and I'm going to rinse them thoroughly. I find that easier than trying to run these through the tap. You know, you've got to do it a certain way so the grit goes down and doesn't get stuck at the bottom. I just prefer to chop them all up first and then put them in the colander and give them a good wash. Just have to clank these up. You don't have to do them in any special way. These are going to be softening in the butter. Right. So, I'm just about at the end of this. What I'll do is I'll get these all rinsed off thoroughly, and then we'll come over to the pan and we'll start sauteing these off. Right, so I've rinsed them off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put probably about another 25 grams of butter in the bottom of this. It's that warm. It's nearly already dissolved. Melted, sorry, not dissolved. So I've put the butter in there. Got my leeks here that have been washed. Like this, just pop the leeks in there. I know there's going to be a little bit of water on them, but I'm not that fussed about that at the moment. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to saute these off, probably for about 10, maybe even 15 minutes in that butter. But I want them lovely and sweet and soft. And what I'll do is while that's happening, I'll go and peel the potatoes and chop those. Right guys, so this has had 15 minutes. Now if you can give it this length of time, please do. Because with it being a leek and potato soup, potatoes are very bland. Where all of your flavour comes from is your leeks. And to spend the time just softening these leeks lovely in butter like this, it just makes all of the difference to your soup. You know, you can do it quicker, but you're not going to get that depth of flavour. So what I'm going to add in now is I'm going to add in my diced potatoes. Just give them a swirl around in the leek juice and the butter and everything. Just get it all incorporated. You can put bay leaves in here. You can put thyme. Any herbs that you want you can put in here. But I'm just doing it just the way... Oh! Just doing it exactly the way that I've always done it. And then the stock goes in. You don't want too much. That was 500 mils of stock. Just going to turn this up. You don't, like I say, you don't want to dilute the flavour. You just want to add to the flavour. I haven't put any seasoning in this at all. All that's in this pan now is butter, leeks, potatoes and chicken stock. I'll wait until the end because as you're cooking it, it will evaporate some of that water. If it evaporates too much, I'll put some more just plain water in, no more stock. But if not, then I'll test it just as it's cooked before I blitz it, and then we'll know what sort of seasoning it is that we need. Right, so while that's going, if you want to come over, back over to the bench, and we'll get on with the tatty scones. Right, so I've got the potato there. It's nice and cool now. Doesn't matter if it's cool or not. You can do it while it's hot. You can do it while it's cool. The first thing I put in is that 25 grams of butter, and I've just melted that quickly in the microwave. Didn't take long actually with the heat today. And I'm just going to mix that in with the potatoes. Right, I'm going to got some white pepper, which I'm going to be using throughout this. I'm going to use that in the soup as well. And a bit of salt. And then your 65 grams of plain flour. Just a bit of those. And then all we do is we'll work this in. Might look very dry at first. Might think, oh, this is never going to work. It's a bit like gnocchi when I did the gnocchi the other week. You just think to yourself, this is never ever going to work. But just bear with it. There we go. I have washed my hands, don't worry. Right, I'm just going to get rid of that, and I'm going to get some more flour out because I forgot to keep it out to roll this. Right, so I've just got a little bit of plain flour there. I'm just going to put that out on the bench. Get this, feels lovely by the way. Really soft. Just bring it together. Actually, there's still a little bit of warmth in that potato. As well as the potato, you've got the butter. There we go. Make sure it's not going to stick. Just be careful with the amount of flour that you put in. It depends on your potatoes as well. If I'm doing a grandma, I have to use Ian's mum's. There we go. This isn't the sort of thing that you can just throw around like pastry. So I'm going to do it this way. Go. Try and keep it as a round, but if it's not the end of the world. I'm just putting the pan on there, and I'm going to get a little bit of, oops, something's caught, a little bit of butter in this pan. Just get lovely dull knife like that and cut it up. It's as much as what you need to do with it. There we go. Let's get a bit sticky. Get a little bit of flour on the edge of your knife. There we go. And we'll bring it over to the stove and we'll get on with frying these off. Right, so we've got the soup bubbling away here. We've got 4 tatty scones in the frying pan. Got it on a medium heat. And we're just going to let them cook. A couple of minutes each side till they're nice and golden brown. Don't forget the tatties are already cooked. So it's just a matter of browning them either side. And then once these are done, I'll come back to you. Right, so these have had a couple of minutes on one side. I'm just going to flip them over. There, look at them. And I could do with a few more minutes. I'll probably flip them ones back. Get them nice and crispy, nice and soft and chewy and gooey on the inside. It's exactly what you want. So I'm just going to continue with these and the other 4 that's over there. I'll get them on this plate and then as soon as the soup's done, we'll come back to you. Right guys, so all the tatty scones are done. I've put them to one side just to cool down. And this has had about 15-16 minutes. It's gone really thick. Just check the potatoes are done. Oh, yeah, perfect. Look at that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hand blender, put them in there, and I'm just going to whiz it up. I've got some hot water. I've just boiled the kettle a little bit, just in case this gets a little bit too thick. But oh. I'm just going to completely blend this, and then if I need some more water, I'll come back to you and show you. Yep, definitely need some more water. So I'm just going to put a little bit of boiling water out of the kettle. That's probably about 50 mils. Run that round. That's better. I want a little bit of texture in there. I don't want it too blended. Because to be honest, my nana would have used a masher. Wouldn't have been that blended that much. Just pop that in there. Got my spoon. I'm going to check it. Nice and thick consistency. I haven't put any salt or anything in this because we've got the butter in there and we've also got some stock cubes in there. I'm just going to turn the heat off because I think it's done now. Oh yeah, definitely needs salt. Oh, but them leeks. Honestly, if you do this soup, make sure you sweat them leeks down for as long as you possibly can, because that's where all the flavours come from. Potatoes are bland. And you've got a bit of stock in there as well. Right. And I've got some white pepper. It's another one of my nana's things. She never had ground black pepper. It was just the white pepper that you'd be able to get at that point. Bit of texture in there, that is not a problem. Salt's perfect. Need a bit more pepper. Right, heat's off. Just probably about a tablespoon of cream in there. You don't need too much. To be honest, me and I wouldn't have had cream, so that's literally just a little bit of fat that just binds it all together. Honestly, you wouldn't even believe that a bit of leek and a bit of potato could have that much flavour. And that's all about sweating them leeks down at the start. Please, if you make this soup, just spend that extra 10 minutes doing them leeks. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, so I'll leave that now until Ian gets in from work, and then we will have our tea. See you in a bit, guys. Right, so that's all done now. Ian's home. So it's time to dish up. My soup ladle. And you can put herbs in here, garlic, whatever, but I'm just going to do it as my nana used to. There we go. Turn that off. And we'll taste testing time, sorry. Right, so it's taste testing time with Ian.
Aha! Right guys, triple tea time. Again, for Betty Boy. Right, looking forward to this. Nice soup. Leek and potato. Let's just try it. Oh, that's nice, yeah. Lovely consistency.
The leek's the dominant flavour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nicely seasoned as well. I like it well seasoned, and it's well seasoned, so I know it's hot out there, but it is cooling down a bit now, so that is quite nice. A nice light tea. I'm going to try one of these Tatty Scones. Give it a little. Actually, I'll try it without first. And years ago, getting I used to go up to Scotland delivering years ago when I still lived in Hull, and we always used to get, wherever it was up in Scotland, around Bonnybrig or where else did we go? Around Glasgow area, all around there, Falkirk, and whenever we stopped, we always used to get into the little industrial estates, and they always used to find the van full Scottish breakfast, and that's the Tatty Scones were a traditional part of that, so that is good. Ooh. That's really nice. Tastes exactly the same. Really nice. So I'm going to try it dipped in there. That's a nice combo instead of just bread. Nice. Very nice indeed. Truly enjoyable. So, if you like the look of it, give it a go. So, once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, liking, commenting. Any more recipe ideas? Somebody commented on mine today, this one on YouTube, and it looked really nice. I can't remember what it was now, but it definitely looks like one I would fancy doing. So, what day is it today? Tuesday. I'm losing track of days, you know.
Yeah, I know. Every
day is sort of like melding into one. Work, sleep, work, sleep. So it's Tuesday now, so it's my turn tomorrow. So we'll catch you very soon, guys.
Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to share as well.
Yeah, if you like to share the videos, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, thanks again. Much appreciated.
See you later, guys.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. It's not working.
Still not cheating.
And just that when it gets hot.